One day, a man went to a doctor. After careful examination, the doctor said, I understood your problem. Let me write some medicine. Here are some medicines for your neighbor. Once he take all these medicines, you will be fine. You might be wondering what kind of story this is. Well, this is true for organizations that are implementing agile practices. When I look at agile transformation, there are people at the top or senior management who want others to take medicines, others to change when the problem lies with them. So they want the business analyst to change, they want the tester to change, the developer to change, Scrum Master to change, have agile mindset. When they need to understand, they need to change to see the change in their organization. In this video, I'm going to talk to you regarding 5 pitfalls that I have seen while organizations implement agile practices. Number 1, considering agile is a magic wand. Sometimes the management thinks as soon as agile is implemented, all our problems will be solved, everything will be faster, we will have a good bottom line, our customers will be happy. Well, the reality is they are using the same set of individuals who worked with them in the same organization. They need to understand that even agile teams take time in order to perform. So the teams also go through forming, storming, norming, and performing phase. In this situation, it's the responsibility of agile coach or scrum master to coach the management and tell them when and how they can expect incremental progress. Number 2, constant changing priorities. Often management thinks that the agile teams will be able to manage the changing priorities without any wastage. They need to understand that when priorities get changed, when things are left half done, they create waste, and waste is a crime. So my personal recommendations are, if business stakeholders identify priorities have been changed, they need to discuss it with the product owner, and it should come to the Scrum team, Kanban team, Spotify team when the requirements are properly analyzed and evaluated. Second recommendation, if you are working in Scrum, try to consider new stories only when you start a new sprint and not changing stories within the same sprint. And if your project is big enough, for example, if you have implemented scaled agile framework, considering changing priorities only during program increment planning session. This helps both the team members as well as stakeholder to understand when they can expect the changing priorities. Number 3 on the pitfall list, changing teams. Oftentimes, teams are being changed because of organizational structure change, because the business strategy has changed, or because Some people at the top think that restructuring will help the overall team to move faster. But they need to understand that teams are collection of individuals. And when these individuals fall apart in different teams, they need to again start from the beginning. So my personal recommendations are: 1. Make changes only if necessary. Number 2, once you have stable team, don't bring teams to the project. Indeed, bring project to the teams. This essentially means that once you have a self-sufficient cross-functional team, irrespective of the project, it can come to the team, they will deliver it. You should not change the team structure because the project is being changed. Number 4 on my pitfall list is obsessed with numbers. Often at times, especially in IT industry, people are obsessed with numbers. This can be because of their background. Many of them come from engineering background. So management start comparing velocities, how much the team has delivered in the previous sprint, how much A team is delivering versus B, and all the parameters that will not give any value. If the pressure is really high on the teams, then they will start creating fake numbers. In reality, the management or the business stakeholder need to understand whether the value is being delivered, whether the metrics they are using to compare is correct or not. For example, one of the metrics that can be used is number of production issues identified in the last 6 months, or how many production releases are being done by the team. And this can vary from context to context. Number 5 on my list is old-fashioned budgeting. Even though an organization might have implemented agile practices, the budget still happens once a year or maximum twice a year. And this defeats the idea of changing priority, changing scope, because then the budget cannot be flexible or extended or reduced. Also, often I have seen it demotivates team because they are not sure if they get the budget for the next year or not. My personal recommendations are: the business counterpart should, number 1, attend the system demo or the review meetings. These are really critical because then they understand what kind of value they are getting from the various agile teams. And then accordingly, they can fund these teams. And number 2, the funding of the teams should be milestone based or feature based and not on the duration or on the number of people the team has. So in short, I have seen these 5 pitfalls. Number 1, agile is a magic wand. Number 2, constant changing priority. Number 3, changing team structure. Number 4, obsessed with numbers. And number 5, old-fashioned budgeting. If you have come across any other pitfall that you might have seen in your organization, do write me in the comment section below. I hope you find this video useful, and I see you next time. Thank you very much.